Okay, in this video, we're going to take a look at the tasks that you will have to complete for the COJUSD Google Certified Student Level 1 certification for Google Docs. The first thing you gotta do is start a Google Doc. That's very simple and easy. By this time, I would assume that you know how to create a Google Doc. You can do it by either going to the Google Docs website. You can start one in Google Drive, or you can simply type in the address bar docs.new. So whichever way you prefer, Google Docs is easy to go ahead and start. So the second thing in your checklist will be to type a sentence about the Avengers. So just make up a sentence about the Avengers. So I would say something like this: the Avengers are a famous comic book group of heroes. Okay, simple enough. Next in our checklist, it says to, in a larger font and different style, type a bulleted list with 3 superhero names. So you have to show that you know how to create a bulleted list. So I'm going to hit enter a few times, and below my sentence, I'm going to come over here to my bullet button right here, bulleted list, and create a bullet. But it also says not just to create the bullets, but do it in a larger font and different style. So right now, my font is at size 11, so I'm going to push this up to, we'll say 16. And then I'm going to change the style right here. Right now it says Arial, so I'm going to change that to, say, Georgia. So it's a different font and a different style. So I'm going to put 3 superhero names. So I'll say Black Panther, Hawkeye, and Scarlet Witch. There we go. Next on our checklist, it says to title the document The Avengers. So up here at the top right, top left corner, where it says Untitled Document, I'm going to click in there, hit delete or backspace, depending on what kind of computer you have, and I'm going to title this The Avengers, and then push enter, and it's now been successfully titled The Avengers. So next it says to share this document with a classmate and give them can comment or commenter permission. So top right corner, I'm going to click the share button. And I'm going to share this with somebody. So if you are working in a Google school, you simply have to know the person's name here. So I'm going to share this with one of my other accounts. There we go. And then right here where it says editor, so I changed the permissions from editor to commenter. So they can only comment on it. They cannot change it. Click send. And from there, we're going to go over to version history and restore the doc back to the time when nothing was typed. So over here, you'll see in the file button, click there. I'm going to come down here to version history, and then click right here where it says see version history. And I'm going to go to a time at 11:41 a.m. If I click there, watch what happens. Nothing was typed. So I kind of went back in time. So I'm going to find a time when nothing was typed here on my document. Click restore this version. Confirm it here. And there you go. From there, we're going to go to add-ons, search for an add-on, and add one. So to do this, you have an add-on button here in your toolbar. And if you're like me, you have a whole bunch of different add-ons that you've used. An add-on is just like another little app that you can add to Google Docs to do special things that aren't built into Google Docs normally. So to add an add-on to this list, you're going to go to the Get Add-ons here. It opens up this little store. Anyone that says installed means it's already in your list. If it doesn't say installed, you can click on any one of these. Let's try this one, Easy Accents. And then I would simply click the install button here, and it would add it to my list, and I will be able to use it going forward. It takes a second sometime to process. It will ask you for permissions to allow access to Google Drive, so you simply do that. For the purpose of this video, I'm not going to go through all that, but simply click install, and then you will successfully have demonstrated how to add an add-on. So we're going to close that down for a second and move forward to now where it says in our checklist, open the Keep Notepad and type a note listing Iron Man, Thor, and Captain America, and title the note OG Avengers. So over here on the right-sided panel, you have these little buttons here. One of them right here is Google Keep. It's a little light bulb right here. If you don't see that already, you'll see a little arrow here in the bottom right corner. You click that, it shows your right-sided panel. So you're going to click on the Google Keep button right here, and it'll pop open. And for what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take a note right here. I'm going to click Take a Note. And it says that in your checklist to title it OG Avengers. I'm going to type that here, OG Avengers. And then for the note, it says to list Iron Man, Thor, and Captain America. So Iron Man, Thor, Captain America. Then click done. So it's now I've taken that note. And from there it says in our checklist to insert this note from Google Keep into the doc. So I want to put this note in the doc. It's a very useful skill because if you use Keep to take notes on different things, you can always pull them into a Google Doc for a writing project. Very useful. So to get these notes into my document, I'm going to hover over my note and hit the three little dots and click add to document. And now the contents of that note have now been dropped into my document. Next, we're going to have to do is download this document as a PDF to your computer. This is a lot of times when you're have a job or you're in college, you will be required to upload documents as PDF format. So what we're going to do is download this Google Doc here as a PDF. So I'm going to start here by going to File, come down here to Download, and go over and across down here where it says PDF document. Simply click there. And once you've done that, it'll download automatically onto your computer so you can then upload it to any other service that you need. Last here on our checklist is to make a copy of this document and rename the copy Superheroes. So again, we're going to go back to the File button here. We're going to come down here to make a copy. And a little pop-up here, I'm going to delete that title. And I'm going to rename it Superheroes. Nope. Click OK. And just like that, you have successfully completed all the tasks for Google Docs as part of the COJUSD Google Certified Student Level 1 program.